Can I tell you how much I hate weed whacking? I'm just not good at it. Like I always seem to get something in my eyeball, slice me across the neck, cut me on the ankle. I'm just not good at weed whacking. Like, it's usually a manly thing to do. I take that back. It's usually something you either like to do or you don't like to do, and I don't like to do it. I like the results of it, but I haven't gotten the technique down. Maybe if I do it a little bit more frequently, then I'll be better at it. But just, and then I'm trying to record the process, which kind of slows down the process, but I'm not complaining. Oh, you're looking crazy. Hey, good morning. So I wanted to come out here and do some yard work before it got a little too hot, and I've been mildly successful. Sorry, I look a bit rough this morning, but I want to weed whack. Well, I've begun to weed whack, and it's not one of my most favorite tasks to do in the yard because it's so final. I mean, you weed whack something the wrong way, it's gone, and you just have to live with it. And, the results are pretty nice, so that's why it needs to be done. The weeds were really taking over this path here, and I'm going to do as much as I can with the weed whacker, and then whatever I can't do, I'm going to work on this organic solution to kind of like wither them away in the sun. It's a citric acid based solution that I gotta whip up that I'll do in a video, which will show you how to minimize some of these weeds. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, so I'll do a video on that and we can see how that works, because I don't mind things growing up. I just want them to stay kind of low. So if I could stunt them or eliminate the taller things, then I'm all for it. But I figured why not go ahead and just do a quick little tour since I'm out here this morning. Things are a little all over the place, but you guys are very kind, so you'll understand. Here's that basket that I worked on the other day. I just wanted to let you know that it's doing nicely. And the coleus that I pinched off, as you can see here, it puts out 2 new growths wherever you, well, not there, well, like right there. Wherever you pinch a coleus off, and by pinch I mean you come in and you see the stem here, you just pinch it off, and you just discard that part. And wherever you pinch it off, 2 new stalks will grow. But the chondra, 3 different coleuses, really look nice there. So I'll just start with that view because that's a really good view. Hostas are looking good. There's some weeds here and they need to be pulled out. My weed whacking was a little vicious this morning and I kind of destroyed my creeping Jenny that was along this edge here. But it's alright, it'll come back. I hope the sun isn't too much. Lemon balm is just as crazy as it wants to be. Here's my gate that I made out of some trash. The dark parts are from a bed and the gate is from the trash, and I just simply walk the gate over and I latch it around the top here like so, and I make sure that I come down here and I kind of like pop that end out there, and voila. it works. Keeps the cats out. Oh no, Mr. Sunflower, I don't mess you up. That's a little puny one, which might not survive, but just go for it. But yeah, the mammoth sunflowers are being selectively weaned out, and the ones that are strongest are taking over. The other ones are being left behind and will eventually get taken and cut off. There's weeds in there that need to be dealt with. This is thyme, which is, I love rubbing it, and then you smell it. It smells amazing. So you just rub it, and then you smell your hand, and it smells really good. But this is thyme that I just love right there in that corner. It just softens that edge up. Come in here and just pull the weeds out. I wish I could have gotten it from the root, but you do what you can. Okay, Mr. Rose, I'm sorry I've neglected you. Look at that. Look at that. Nothing is, what is it called? Nothing is, immune or untouchable in the garden. Something, some pest will find a way to utilize it for its good. So I have to come out here and spray this again because it is being attacked by aphids, as you can see. So I gotta deal with that. Next year this will be great. I'm trying to keep it alive this year. I planted it in the spring. It's a tree rose, and for the most part it's doing all right. It's has a little leaf curl here in the aphids, which I'm trying to deal with, but no big deal. We'll rectify those issues. This one here was cut back a couple of days ago, so it's nothing to look at. This is a climbing rose. This thyme is also doing very well. The sun is not going to allow you to be able to see it too well, but there's a thin spot here, so I figured I'd let it get some sun and then that'll bush up. But it is creeping. It also smells amazing. There's a bunch of weeds there that need to go. We have the forsythia, which I have to keep cutting, but I would just love for it to just be in that corner there. The kale won't be here next year, so the forsythia can definitely take over that corner there. I was just growing the kale for seeds, well, in the front, and then I was eating off of these, but they've stopped growing, which could be because this pot needs a little water, and I'll give it some. But it looks good. It's still alive. My favorite citrus here, my calamansi, is doing very nicely. As you can see, it had spider mites at the beginning of the season when it was indoors, but since it's been outside, it looks good. It has a little bit of the dark veining chartreuse leaf, which means that it's deficient in something. Maybe iron or something. I don't know, but we'll have to rectify those issues in that. But the big lemon here, no issues at all. So this one is doing really good. It had an issue when it was indoors. It had a little leaf curl, but since it's been outside, it's like putting on growth and it's doing well. This one I'll have to investigate a little further. Hostas are still looking good. Montauk daisy is looking good. Even though I cut that area back, it looks good. Some more weeds. Come out here and try to get the whole root. Try to get the whole root. It's best to weed after it rains. Things are a little soft. Over here, it's okay. It's a couple weeds, some ground cover. I make stone crop, some phlox, the lily hosta, a weed here. Try to get the whole thing along the root. And spiderweb. Weed. Oh, no, that's phlox. That's not a weed. Those are weeds. You get those out there. They look very intentionally placed there, but they're not. I don't know what the cannibal plant that is. It's clematis. This wild clematis takes over. It's very aggressive. Azaleas and rhododendrons look good. They have this dill type weed that grows in the middle of them. Got the whole thing. There's a patch of weeds back there. This is the zinnia patch. It's coming along nicely. So once that grows up, that'll be a nice area of color. There's some weeds there I gotta pull. There's weeds here in the back of this nasturtium, and I will slowly pull them, try to get the roots. Oh, look at that, good job. The nasturtium could stay for now, but it's gonna want to get big and crazy. It's a burning bush. It's doing pretty good. Japanese maple is doing good. And then I'm gonna finish this area up this morning, and then